Aloha Rangers, and welcome to Ranger Ruby YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be going over what is the Great American Outdoors Act. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. Before we get all into the cool info about what is the Great American Outdoors Act, I would just like to state that I'm getting all of this directly from the National Park Service's website, and if you'd like to read more information on this act or read the act itself, you can check out the link in the description. Okay, now, so the short answer is what the Great American Lands Act does is permanently fund the Land and Water Conservation Fund and restore our national parks. Okay, now that you know the long short of what it is, the long part of that is that on August 4th, 2020, President Donald Trump signed the Great American Outdoors Act into law, accomplishing those objectives of permanently funding the Land and Water Conservation Fund and protecting and reserving our national parks. But what exactly does that mean? The Trump administration worked with Congress to secure the passage of this landmark conservation legislation, which will use revenues from energy development to provide up to $1.9 billion a year for 5 years to provide needed maintenance for critical facilities and infrastructure in our national parks, national forests, wildlife refuges, and basically anything under the Department of the Interior. And this will also go towards any native lands or anything in that area because those are also technically reserved. The act also uses royalties from offshore oils and natural gases to permanently fund the Land and Water Conservation Fund to the tune of $900 million each year to invest in conservation and recreation opportunities inside these places. Now, what does it mean when we're putting money towards restoring national parks? Basically, a bunch of these national parks get hundreds of millions of visitors each year across the United States. And many of these facilities were built in like the 1950s, and some are even older than that, and they were not meant to have that many people. And they are just very old, worn down. It is not a great place for the facilities. This is basically going to you, the public, to help rebuild the infrastructure that cannot keep up with the amount of people that are going there and without significant repairs. The networks of road, trails, restrooms, water treatment systems, and visitor centers are aging, and many are exceeding the capacity in which they were initially designed to help. The National Parks and Public Lands Restoration Fund will provide funding for priority projects that address the specific maintenance backlog that the NPS currently faces. This includes so many things that you enjoy about national parks, including campgrounds, picnic areas, roads, trails, and other critical infrastructure to helping make your visit what it is. With this act passed, the National Park Service now has more funding to help not only protect the natural resources, but also the resources that make your visit what it is. The campgrounds, the visitor facilities, the staff, the maintenance, all of this will go towards the National Park Service in one way or another. In fact, in celebrating the passing of this act, the director of the National Park Service actually made all entrance into national parks free on August 5th, 2020, because of not only it being Public Lands Day, but the passing of the act happened earlier that month. Also, for all future dates on August 4th on any year in the future, there will be no entrance fees to national parks in celebration of this monumental act being passed. Well, everybody, that is the end in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to click that red subscribe button and the little bell next to it to always know when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching again, and I shall see you next video. Bye!